Okay, quick disclaimer for you guys. In Mafia 3, the N-word is said a lot, and I mean a lot. So keep that in mind. If you're offended by racism very easily, I'd recommend you just hit the X now. Because you're just going to be offended, you're going to click dislike, you're going to fucking complain that I'm bringing some incredibly offensive content to YouTube. It's just a game, keep that in mind. Second of all, the violence in this game, very, very high. So keep that in mind. I would not recommend watching me play this with family around, as they probably will not understand, and they'll probably be offended, to be straight up. So just keep that in mind. This is going to be before every video. Hope you enjoy. God bless. Alright guys, welcome to Mafia 3. Get hyped. I mean, holy crap, this game is amazing. I played for 10 minutes, and I want to get right back into it. I'm going to start again from the beginning because, you know what? I'm a nice guy, and hell, that just wouldn't be cool starting for the first 10 minutes of the game. But this game is amazing. The soundtrack, phenomenal. Everything, amazing. The controls kind of suck, but that's about it. This game is perfect. Yeah, that's fire. That is total fire. This is already better than NHL and Madden. This will get you fired up. Alright, we're going to start on medium. Aim assist high because the controls. Only bad thing about this game, in my opinion. I called it perfect, but truly it's the closest thing you can get to perfect with a fucking video game. The controls aren't even that bad. The combat is amazing. It's just, when I played this the first time, the inverted controls glitched and I had to play temporarily with inverted controls. That might happen again, but if so, I'll just get used to it. Even the game itself has a disclaimer. Mafia 3 takes place in a fictionalized version of the United States, South in 1968. That's not what it says, but fuck it. We sought to create an authentic and immersive experience that captures this very turbulent time and place, including depictions of racism. We find the race in a belief language, and I'm not even going to finish this. It's just going to skip before I can finish it. Yeah.
A modern city with traditional Southern values.
I underestimated how far he was going to go. What he was willing to do.
Visit the historic French Ward and enjoy local cuisine at one of our 5-star restaurants.
Killing them wasn't enough. Lincoln Clay was using them to send a message.
Or spend the afternoon in the bayou and take in its natural splendor.
Sal Marcano had no idea what he was going to unleash.
New Bordeaux. Safe, family-oriented fun. Make it your next vacation destination.
This city survived the War of 1812, the Civil War, and God knows how many hurricanes. But when Lincoln Clay went after the mob, he inflicted more damage than all the wars and hurricanes combined.
Alright, welcome to Mafia 3. Good God. That's a kick-ass opening.
Lincoln's mother abandoned him in 1947, a couple of years after he was born. His mother, I heard she was Dominican. I always figured his father was white, maybe even Italian. Not that it mattered. Back then, if you look black, you black. Same as today, I suppose. He stayed at the orphanage until 1958.
Now, when did you meet Lincoln Clay? 1966. I was running black ops out of Laos on behalf of the CIA. He was loaned out to me via joint CIA-DOD task force.
He was a quiet boy. Good boy.
2 Purple Hearts, a Bronze Star, and the Distinguished Service Cross. He served his country with honor and distinction.
After the city closed the orphanage, he fell in with Sammy Robinson. Sammy ran the black mob over in Delray Hollow. I can't say I approve, but orphan colored boys didn't have a lot of options back then. Boys like Lincoln, ones who've been abandoned, they're always looking for a home. Always looking for a place to belong. I think he thought he'd find it in the army. Thing is, once that's lost, you can never get it back again. When he returned from the war, Lincoln ended back up over at Sammy's. Now, Sammy owed the Italian mob a whole lot of money, and he needed Lincoln's help. It's a damn shame what happened. It breaks my heart.
Alright. That was pretty cool. Alright, here's our protagonist.
Still say this is the craziest goddamn thing I ever heard. Using real money to rob the feds.
Well, hell, man, not like this is our cash. This all came from Scaletta. Besides, peanuts compared to what we're gonna haul out of there.
Is everything we need to burn?
Yeah, that's it. I grabbed the keys to the truck, then we can get the fuck out of here. Lincoln, pick up the keys.
Alright. Okay, inverted controls still haven't been fixed, but okay. I'll get used to them.
Still not sure about leaving him like this.
Yo, this is sketchy.
With the truck, just like we asked. Even grease his partner to make it look good. But if you got doubts, why take the chance?
Yeah, now they just betrayed this guy. Can we really trust him? I don't know, maybe, probably. That's kind of sketchy, though.
We should get going. You got the keys so you can drive.
Come on,
Did you
let's
just
get the
flip
hell
a
out of
coin? That was cool. And the amount of detail that goes into this is very impressive. Oh, damn, he's got some speed to him. I like how it takes a little while to get the car/vehicle started. By the way, music's not gonna be muted. Music's gonna be staying on.
We don't need
Just
the
fuck
cops
you two.
following up our asses.
They can have my money. We're keeping this epic soundtrack on.
Ah, that poor fuck back there. He ain't got no idea what he's in for.
What was his cut? 5%?
They're about, not like he'll be able to spend it. Feds will be watching his every move for the rest of his life. Thought it'd be better we just whacked him.
If I learned anything in Nam, always a good idea to dangle someone out there. Use them to get everybody's attention, then you just slip away.
So answer me this. What's
Yeah,
the
this is
craziest
smooth.
thing you saw over there?
You don't want to know.
Hell, man, I'm a taxpayer. I got the right
that
to
truck
know
would
how
not
much
let us in
money's
our
being
lane.
spent.
What a dick.
Georgie Marcano pays taxes.
Damn right I do. That's how they got Al Capone, and I ain't going to prison for no fucking tax bill. Huh? Come on, you gonna answer the question or what?
We on the coast of Quang Nai, evacuating the civvies for Charlie overran everything. Anyway, we getting him onto a medical ship. And this woman walks up. She got a baby in one hand and the leash to a pig in the other. She starts up the ramp, and the MP stops her, tells her, you can only bring one thing on board.
You're gonna attract
Oops.
the cops.
There they
Good
are.
lord, these
So she
people.
tosses the baby into the water.
Ignore that.
MP goes ape. Tells someone dive in after the kid, starts screaming at the woman, wants to know what the fuck she's thinking. You know what she says to him? She says, I can always have another baby.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey man, you asked.
Yeah, but I thought you were gonna tell me a story about some gook getting his dick blown off or something. I mean, god damn.
It's not a fault. But not like you think. conditions over there, man. Jesus Christ. One day you're raising cattle, tending your rice. Next day everything bombed flat. You put people up against the wall, they will do anything to survive.
That better been one delicious fucking pig.
Clay's partner is surprisingly moral for being a gangster.
Guys at the reserve probably won't
Nort,
be too
don't hit
keen
these
on
people.
you waltzing around with that piece of yours.
I'll just leave it under the seat.
Don't. They run in front of me, really? Ignore my incredible driving. The controls are a bit bad trying to drive this huge friggin' van. I'm trying to drive it like a sports car and it's not really working out. It's about as hard as driving a van in real life. Kinda rough. Plus I'm trying to make sure the audio's working out, so I gotta look over. Excuse me. Not sketchy in the slightest. There we go. We here.
Back it up to the loading dock. Some of these fellas might get a little rough with the language, and
Well, ain't like I never been called nigga before.
I know, but I'm just saying if I go along with it, ain't nothing personal.
The only thing I care about is getting our hands on that money.
Alright, I'm gonna cut the episode off here. Hope you enjoyed. Another episode will be out soon.